And then on to dessert, my favorite portion of the meal, some cookies with a back-to-school flavor. You're going to love these, like these infamous PB&J, but as a cookie this time around.
C is for cookie, that's good enough for me. C
Love
is
it.
for cookie.
A St. Louis pastry chef known for wedding cakes has branched out to all kinds of sweets. Her new book is called Cookie Swap. It encourages you to break out of the old theory that they're only for Christmas time. That cookie swaps are great. They're great entertainment ideas year-round. Please welcome back Julie Usher. It's good to see you again,
great
dear.
To be back. Last
Welcome
year I was here
back.
with Matt, and we were rolling out summer cookies. So
well,
today
now
we've got a back-to-school theme.
And it's peanut butter PB&J cookies.
Yes, we'll be making peanut butter and jelly sandwich cookies. This is a dough. You know, you're used to seeing it rolled and crisscrossed with a fork. I've basically taken the same dough, we're rolling it out into sheets and cutting it so it looks like half of a sandwich.
Not hard, right?
Not at all hard. What we've got in here, peanut butter, butter, and 2 types of sugar, light brown sugar and granulated sugar, about a half a cup of each.
And you want that brown sugar in there, don't you?
Right, because it gives it a lot of richness. I've already given it a whir, so what I'm going to have you do is complete the rest of the recipe.
Okay, put me to work. 1
egg. You just want to beat that in.
I can beat that.
About a teaspoon of vanilla, and you can use a mixer with this too.
Okay.
Eyeball
and
that.
just so people can see how well I can mix, I'm going to move back over here. And as I'm mixing this, I'm mixing this. Do you want me to tilt it? I'm talking to Greg, my director. Greg, should I tilt it? It's excellent. I love it when he tells me it's excellent. Okay.
Then what we do is gradually add some flour. I've got about 1 3/4 cups of flour, a little bit of baking soda for the leavening.
And should I keep mixing while you're...
Yeah, just stir it in. And you just want to stir until it's incorporated. If you over stir with baked products, you can activate the gluten in the flour and toughen the product. It's hard to do with this because there's so much sugar in it.
We don't want to over stir. Now, right now, a person will be thinking, okay, wow, that's a lot. That's a lot of flour and baking soda.
But that'll firm it up. There's actually a lot of fat in this dough with the peanut butter and the butter, so you need a little bit of flour to give it body.
Okay.
And in fact, what we do after we mix it is we flatten it into a disc and we stick it in the refrigerator for about, I'd say at least 3 to 4 hours, so it gets very, very firm because we're going to be rolling it out.
And after we've mixed it, it looks like?
It looks like this. This is about half a batch right here, and I've broken it in half because I've got a small cutting board, and sometimes it's just easier to handle that way. This, as I said, has a lot of fat in it, so I generously dust the surface, typically with this dough.
Because the fat will grab whatever comes in contact.
Rolling pin. We just don't want it sticking to the bottom.
Especially on live television, we don't want it sticking.
Exactly, that would be a real tragedy. I'm rolling it about 3/16 of an inch thick. And you'll notice I'm moving it around periodically, and that's just to make sure it's not sticking to my work surface. If it is, I'll dust underneath it with a little bit more flour if need be. I try to minimize flour. Again, just put on as much as I need to keep it from sticking. And that is just beautiful.
Perfect.
Then what I do is take a square cutter. They often come in sets like so. This is about 2 3/4 of an inch. Just cut out squares.
You know people want to come out and see you. That's where they can go. The Straub's in Ellisville for your decorating class.
And we cut them in half.
Cut them in half so we can make the sandwich.
So. And we'll bake those off in a 350-degree oven for about 10 to 15 minutes. You want to watch them closely. Do you want to cut a few?
I will cut a few.
And then I'll proceed to show how we fill them, which is, again, very straightforward. This is what they look like baked. If you can see, lightly brown around the edges. You want to watch them carefully because the tips tend to burn.
And once they're finished, this is the best part. It's all good, but this is the good part.
This is the best part. I put about 1.5 teaspoons of jam. This is a seedless red raspberry, but strawberry, grape would all work well.
And the flavor of this cookie, is it sugar cookie or is it like
It's peanut butter. It's like a peanut butter.
All that peanut butter in there.
Those crisscross peanut butter sandwiches. Peanut butter cookies you're used to seeing as a kid. Same basic constitution.
Julia. Keep talking.
And there you go. There you have it.
Yummy. Yummy, yummy, yummy.
Terrific. I've got another recipe from the book, too, that you're welcome to try. I call it the brownie noser because it incorporates some very decadent things that are sure to butter up anyone who tastes it. Basically a blonde brownie, caramel on top, and then ganache, which is chocolate and cream on top of that.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
And again, you know where to go see her at the Straub's in Ellisville.
Pleasure to be here.
Good to see you again.
You too.
Anytime somebody brings food, we love them. Matt.
Well, then we love our next guest, Carol.